Caitlin Clark, my goodness, here we are right here. This is going to be
that from her
going down
that 15-foot area. Clark,
same one, boom. I just don't think Angel Reese fans are going to be happy because she's playing away from the rim, a long way away from the rim.
Angel Reese has never shied away from the spotlight, but after a humiliating loss to Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie found herself on the receiving end of what fans are calling instant karma. For weeks, Reese had stirred controversy both on and off the court. Whether it was her unapologetic trash talk, viral interviews, or tension with reporters, Reese had become one of the most polarizing figures in the WNBA. But when she and her Chicago Sky team got blown out by Caitlin Clark in a nationally televised game, the narrative shifted fast. Clark was relentless. She came into the game with something to prove. After being the target of cheap fouls, online shade, and doubters who questioned whether her college stardom would translate to the pros, the Fever rookie dropped a clinical performance that left everyone stunned. Clark's precision, court vision, and scoring touch silenced the noise. She didn't just play well, she dominated. And with every dagger three-pointer, the camera inevitably cut to Reese, who struggled to find rhythm, looked visibly frustrated, and was eventually benched after racking up early fouls. The contrast was undeniable. While Clark kept her composure and let her game speak, Reese spent the post-game interview implying bias, playing the victim card, and deflecting accountability. She claimed the media was always out to get her, and said she was targeted by referees. She even hinted that the backlash she's received was rooted in jealousy and double standards. But by that point, fans had already made up their minds.
The Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Loses her mind. I mean, if you can't tell me there is not true animosity, jealousy, and agenda ate up right there with that player.
Social media was flooded with reactions, memes, and sharp commentary. Many saw her words not as self-defense, but as deflection. They called it karma, pure and simple. Critics pointed out that Reese had spent much of the season poking at Caitlin Clark in subtle ways, liking anti-Clark posts, reposting stats that downplayed her accomplishments, and calling out the league's favoritism in interviews. While some fans praised Reese for speaking her truth and standing firm, others saw it as bitterness masked as bravado. And now, with Clark soaring and Reese struggling, the dynamic has flipped. The same confidence that once fueled her popularity is now being interpreted as arrogance. This isn't just about a single game, it's about a growing pattern. Reese has had several incidents this season that have rubbed people the wrong way. Whether it was brushing off reporters, storming off the court, or cryptic posts about haters, the public perception has shifted. What was once seen as swag is now being questioned. And when she loses, rather than showing humility or growth, she leans into the narrative that the world is against her. That's not sitting well with fans, especially when it comes after a game where she was thoroughly outplayed. Caitlin Clark, for her part, has kept her head down through all of it. She's taken hard fouls, public criticism, and viral debate, and never lashed out. She hasn't fired back at Reese or fed into the drama. Instead, she's let her performance do the talking.
17,274 fans, and it was fully sold out. It was packed. This game was not close, folks. 93-58.
Yeah, I mean, look, nobody's going to get anything easy against us. We're going to be a tough defensive team.
Against the Sky, she had one of her most complete games of the season, scoring, assisting, defending. She looked like a leader. The moment didn't shake her. If anything, it elevated her. As for Reese, the fallout was immediate. Analysts on sports shows dissected her behavior. Former WNBA stars chimed in with tough love. Even some of her own fans admitted they were growing tired of the excuses. The phrase, "play better, talk less," started trending, and the league, it's watching closely. The WNBA is in the middle of a historic surge in viewership and attention, largely thanks to rookies like Clark. The last thing it needs is ongoing drama that overshadows the actual games. Reese still has time to turn things around. She's talented, marketable, and has a loyal fan base. But if she keeps positioning herself as a victim after every loss and refuses to acknowledge when she's simply been outplayed, she risks alienating that fan base. Confidence is powerful, but without accountability, it can curdle into delusion. Right now, many feel that's what they're seeing. It's ironic. Reese built her brand on being unbothered. She called herself too real, said she wasn't here to make friends, and made clear she wasn't changing for anyone.
We don't want to look the same now in July, so take one game at a time. Like Coach said, we have 43 games left, so just taking our time day by day and learning from mistakes.
Than jealousy, what is Reese's motivation for animosity towards Clark? I said she's jealous AF.
That authenticity made her a star. But the moment you start blaming everything and everyone else when things don't go your way, that brand begins to crack. Realness means owning the highs and the lows. And after this loss to Caitlin Clark, Reese is learning that the same energy fans loved can quickly be turned against you. In the post-game presser, one reporter asked her directly if she believed Clark was the better player that night. Reese smirked, shook her head, and said, "She had a good game, but y'all gonna hype her no matter what." It wasn't just dismissive, it was telling. Rather than acknowledging an opponent's excellence, she doubled down on the resentment. It was a missed opportunity to show growth and sportsmanship. The rivalry between Reese and Clark is far from over. It's great for ratings, great for the league, and gives fans something to talk about. But as of now, Clark is winning not just on the scoreboard, but in public perception.
She sees the attendance, the ratings, gate revenue. It's not close. She's a media-created rival. ESPN played right into it with that flagrant foul BS.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up.
I will continue to say, look, Angel has got a career as a content creator, as an influencer, Insta-face.
She's focused, consistent, and rising. Reese? She's at a crossroads. Will she keep feeding the drama or shift the narrative by doing what matters most, playing elite basketball? Time will tell. But one thing's certain. The WNBA audience is no longer just watching the game. They're watching the characters. And right now, Angel Reese is playing a role she didn't expect. The villain who just got humbled.